Many NBA players had funny moments during their professional careers. Their professional careers are fulfilled with funny situations from games and press conferences. In this video, we gathered some of the funniest moments that happened during game press conferences and private life. Everyone has their own share of funny moments, from Michael Jordan's free throw with closed eyes to Shaquille O'Neal listing out his nicknames. Welcome back to the Clutch Central channel. Lay back, grab your favorite snacks, and be prepared to hear some of the funniest moments of NBA players. Make sure to stay till the end because we're sure that you didn't know a thing or two about Klay Thompson that's on this list. Shaquille O'Neal has given himself every nickname under the sun. We get it. Nicknames are a part of growing up. They're given to friends, family, pets, and are usually relayed in an affectionate manner. But one major stipulation of a nickname is that individuals usually possess or are limited to one singular nickname at a time, and they maintain that nickname for the entirety of their existence. Not Shaq though. Shaquille O'Neal is the exception to this rule. He does not have 2 nicknames. He does not have 10. He does not have 25 nicknames. Folks, Shaquille O'Neal has over 35 nicknames. During one of his interviews, he took some time to list out all of the nicknames that he had during his lifetime. So here we go. Shaq, Big Shamrock, the Big Daddy, the Big Twitterer, the Big Cordially, Diesel, the Big Field General, the Big Leprechaun, the Real Deal, the Big Shactus, LCL, Superman, the Big Conductor, the Big Agave, Dr. Shaq, Shaq Daddy, the Big Cactus, Osama bin Shaq, the Big Maravich, Shakovic, the Big Felon, the Big Galactus, the Big IPO, the Big Aristotle, the Big Shamrock, the Diesel, Wilt Chamberneezy, the Big Baryshnikov, Manny Pacquiao, the Big Banana, Shaq Fu, MDE, the Big Equotatious, Witness Protection, Mayor McShack, Hobo Master. I would be astounded if anyone can make it through that list without at least cracking a smile. Also not included in that list was Shrek or the Big Ogre, which were gifted to him by Nate Robinson during their time together on the Celtics. Also, while we're talking about the Big Shactus, we can't forget to mention his sweaty hugs. Many of us mere mortals can sympathize with what it's like to be incredibly sweaty on a regular basis. We try to avoid the facts, we mask our perspiration with prescription-grade deodorants and pills. We wear dark colors when we work out, and we are continually finding excuses not to sweat. We do anything to protect the world from exposure to our weakness. Mr. O'Neal knows a thing or two about sweat as well. He has played over 1,200 career games, and during this time, he has produced enough water to end all concerns of a future global water crisis. However, unlike the average man, he embraces this natural physiological response. During his playing career, he routinely hugged fans during and after games, encasing them with liquid. He knew it was funny, and fans appreciated the playful interactions. Others acknowledged this trait of his as well. At one point during his rookie season, he was approached by a salesman who wanted to bottle up his sweat and sell it as a perfume. Shaq, being Shaq, respectfully entertained the idea briefly before politely declining. Meta World Peace Shower Adventures. Ron once consoled Kobe Bryant in the locker room showers after the Lakers lost to the Celtics in the 2008 NBA Finals. The only weird part? Kobe was all alone and Ron wasn't even on the Lakers. The exchange went a little like this. "I want to come help you," Artest said. "If I can, I'm going to find a way to come to LA and give you the help you need to win a title." Kobe still has no idea how he got into the showers. One more instance of when he was in a funny situation is that time when he got accused of abusing dogs. Ron didn't exactly have the best neighbors in Sacramento during his time as a member with the Kings. In fact, they were straight up snitches. On one occasion, they reported the NBA star for his treatment of his dogs, saying that he was letting them loose and not feeding them. We all know Mr. Artest loves his animals. There's no way he would do such a thing. Today, Ron is now a close affiliate with PETA. Latrell Sprewell's family needs food. Latrell Sprewell averaged 18 points per game and played in 4 All-Star games during an NBA career that spanned 13 seasons. But when you think about Sprewell these days, you're likely to remember 3 things. 1. He choked head coach PJ Carlosimo during a practice with Golden State in 1997. 2. That the Timberwolves were talking to Sprewell about an extension on the eve of the 2004-05 season. He didn't think that it was enough money and said, "Why would I want to help them win a title? They're not doing anything for me. I'm at risk. I have a lot of risk here. I've got my family to feed. Anything could happen." He played out the year with the Wolves, a disastrous one in which Minnesota went from the Western Conference Finals the year before to firing Flip Saunders and missing the playoffs in 2004-05 and every year since. Sprewell, meanwhile, never played another minute in the NBA after that season. 3. Although he made close to $1 million in salary during his NBA career, he wound up essentially broke years after he played his last game. A report from 2015 indicated that Sprewell had roughly $50,000 to his name. That seems to be a rough trifecta from which to gain redemption, but we are a nation of second, third, and fourth chances. It has been proven time and time again. If a person is willing to have a dose of humility and self-deprecating humor about his or her circumstances, the chances are even better. Life advice from Sprewell: when all the crying is done, laughs will work just fine. Before we continue talking about more funny moments, we would like to remind you to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and to turn on notifications so that you don't miss out on any of the upcoming videos. Share your thoughts in the comments section, and don't forget that by subscribing, you are helping our channel grow, and that you are becoming a part of the always growing family. Lamar Odom got caught adjusting his private parts. Lamar Odom was getting called out for scratching his private parts on live television on Dancing with the Stars. The former NBA star did not realize the cameras were pointed in his direction when fellow contestant Hannah Brown went to talk to host Erin Andrews. In a clip posted on Twitter, Odom is seen readjusting his pants behind Andrews. "What the heck is Lamar Odom doing?" one person asked. Another joked, "Lamar Odom is going to get a higher score from making his pecker dance on #DWTS than what he could do with his other two legs." At the end of the show, Odom and his partner, Peter Murgatroyd, were eliminated. They received the lowest combined score and number of fan votes, alongside Carmo Brown and his partner, Jenna Johnson. This season, Odom struggled to pick up the dance routines and received some of the lowest scores. However, he enjoyed getting out on the dance floor because it was therapeutic. MJ put Chamillionaire on blast. MJ did Chamillionaire dirty back in 2009. The Houston native hip-hop artist had recently bought one of Jordan's old jerseys for $7K at a charity auction and was stoked to finally meet his idol. He finally got the chance as he approached Jordan at a party. "I was like, man, this is just that one moment. I'm gonna ask Mike for a picture." The basketball legend was hanging out with director Spike Lee, Paul Pierce, and some other NBA players. Finally, the Ride-In rapper gained the courage to ask his role model for a photo, but the response that came out of Jordan's mouth shook his moral foundation. "I ain't taking pictures with no N." Chamillionaire tried to smooth things over, explaining his purchase of Jordan's old uniform for charity, but MJ wasn't having any of it. The rapper was so upset about the incident that he told his tale in a video, broadcasting Mike's bad behavior to the world. The story was even picked up by news outlets like ESPN. Klay Thompson is the most accidentally funny player in the NBA. Klay Thompson's NBA career has been a blast. We know him for scoring outbursts that leave us scrambling for NBA Twitter, but also the moments off the court that somehow leave us laughing every time. Thompson doesn't try to be a comedian. There are NBA players who want to make us all laugh, like Joel Embiid, but Thompson is able to do so by just being his average self. Because of that, we get unique moments that we can all relish together. After a win over the Kings, he gave a legendary post-game interview that made zero sense. At the time, it made ton of sense because only Thompson could deliver such a scene for us to enjoy. He was clearly tongue-tied and couldn't quite recover. Because Thompson just let it happen, we were treated to a very human moment that we could all appreciate, because most of us would probably be scrambling to find the words too. But yeah, he really missed the mark there. Thompson has also acknowledged a double entendre that you were probably too afraid to admit you laughed at. Then Warriors sideline reporter Rosgood Onwood asked Thompson, "How much do you feed off the D?" And the question was too on the nose for him not to giggle at. To Thompson's credit, he still managed to do a good job of keeping the interview going like a professional in the moment. He also expanded his interview repertoire by participating in man-on-the-street interviews for local news. Just imagine turning on your local news and instead of a random citizen in your area, there's NBA champion Klay Thompson talking to a microphone. Talking about scaffolding on the news is one of the many Forrest Gump-like qualities that Thompson possesses. Thompson also signed a toaster of all things, but it wasn't just him signing it that was funny. His reaction couldn't be more appropriate. Thompson looks equally confused by what has been presented to him, but not so disgusted that he wouldn't sign it. The Warriors went 31-2 and won a championship after Thompson signed the toaster. These two things are related, but the funniest accident of them all has been the birth of his alter ego, that is China Klay. After he signed a shoe deal with Anta in 2017, worth as much as $80 million, Thompson went on tour in China, and he didn't disappoint. There was this missed dunk, when he proved that even a superstar NBA athlete like himself could look like a total dork. The best part about all of Thompson's small, odd moments is that we can't predict what the next one is going to be. Every random act of Klay is unique and just as enjoyable as the last. As long as Klay remains Klay, we'll never run out of all the joy that he unintentionally produces just by being himself. Before we wrap up this video, we want to thank you for watching and to invite you to subscribe to our channel. Make sure to turn on notifications so that you don't miss any of our videos. And leave your opinion in the comment section. Do you agree with us? Thank you for staying till the end, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Totally got rid of Andre with the...
What did we just see? How did he do that? He sees things way before they happen.